Alright. Probably turn this down a little bit. Okay. Uh, doo, doo, doo. Okay. Alright. So, thinking it's about time to insert something new. We're going to do our normal. This might be just too loud for me. I don't really like music super loud. So hopefully that's not too bad. Tell me if you want music louder or quieter. I'm just going basically off of what I've been doing. Ooh, ooh. Okay. Not sure how we'll do for tonight, seeing as we're getting some frame rate lag based on low upload. So we'll see about that. I'm just measuring a strafe. Well, actually, I'm gonna be lazy today and start with a already completed strafe model, and we're gonna change things around. So this being something I've done in the past, I figure it's a good time to redo some of these, and I do have a little bit of changes to do this, but I'm not doing that today. I'm taking it back to step one, and we're going to delete all these history features. We're going to call this one, we're going to save as, no, save that as, and actually, let's do fangs today. Let's design some Fang covers. So this will be Fangs. Now, we're going to start with a basic design and work from there. This will be, I want to do something for Michelle's new motors, and I feel like that's a good start point. So this time, instead of doing all the measurements, I'm just working off of an old Strife cover, which, I can go into the sketch, because I know that this is almost correct. I think it does need a small amount of adjustments, but I'm not going to do those right now. I'm just going to go right here. This is about the what it needs to be. I'll have to adjust them at some point, but this is how I did it. So now going off of that, if you want me to do anything else, just let me know. But I'm in chat. Say something. Say hi. Because I don't know If I can see anybody talking, if anybody wants to put it up there. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do some Fang covers. So I'm going to chamfer all these edges to a small degree because that's what I want to do. So probably about a millimeter in, and I always go this distance and angle and change the angle to something a bit more drastic. A millimeter in does not quite get us there, so do 2 millimeters in and then adjust. So we could probably go about 78, 77, nope, 0.5, 76.5. Pretty much you just go until you feel comfortable, which me, I like to go all the way to the bottom. So right now in the background you might hear some 3D printing noise. I do have my TT finally, my Tevo Tarantula finally going. Cool. That is funny. Yeah, and what's funny here is it's all based on Fangs. So we know that Michel's new motors are coming out. I believe they've released it, and they've said to be smaller than the 130s or 180s that they're normally. So with them being smaller, we're going to actually change maybe this extrusion. Forget what it is. It's 8.5. I'm going to make it so that it's probably about 5 millimeters inside diameter. So we're going to actually extrude this only 7. We're going to edit this because I forgot to change that while we were... Okay. 75. 74. Okay. So now these are going to be for the lower profile of the Fang motors. I know that 132s are supposed to be smaller. And the idea is that I know for 180s, 6 millimeters inside is basically what you want. And so say we shell these, my 2 millimeters, because I like 2 millimeters. It gives you a strong base to start off. And we inspect. We do that. That's about 5 millimeters. So it's about a millimeter shorter of what I would suggest for 180 motors. My original covers were about 5.5 millimeters, and I've adjusted that to 6 because I've heard some complaints about them being a little bit too snug for wires. I know I've also heard that BSUK covers are about 8 millimeters of inside clearance. So, give you an idea. I'm not going to shell it right now because, actually, I could, because we don't have anything really going on for that. That's how this it's going to start. And so now I think we're going to do something different. We don't usually do this. I don't usually do positive extrusions from the base of this, but I feel like we got to do some sort of Fang style. So I'm looking up, Fangs, because honestly, I want to have a pretty good representation of, yeah. I want to have a pretty good representation of how we're going to develop these. So, I haven't exactly gone too much into this, but the idea is that these Fangs will be out for End War. Maybe not. These covers might be out for End War. I don't know. I forget the date on End War. Let's see. Am I wrong in thinking? Okay, it's the 23rd. So, there's a chance that they'll be out by then. I would hope that they're out by then. So, should be good. Anyways, I feel like we should design some covers with them in mind. I know that the Titan HyperX also uses a 132, 160, whatever you want to call them, which are a little bit smaller than your 180 motors. So we're going to design that with that in mind, but this will be for the Fangs. So, going off of the Fangs, the idea is either I will put kind of like a lockjaw style forward, which I mean, we've got a lot of room to do on these covers, so could do something interesting and do some negative recessions or extrusions and pull the Fangs as the vent holes, or we could do the positive extrusions and have the Fangs be the top. I don't know what I'll do exactly, but we will see. So I guess I'm going to start at some random point. We're going to say probably, I'm going to give it a 35 degree and 10 from this front corner. Now this one will be a little bit farther back, and it will be probably 12 and 15. The idea being that the front jaw will, or the top jaw will be a little bit bigger. And I think I'm going to design this in mind. And in the background you hear the Tevo printing out some Raven covers, trying to see how they fit. So, once I get those, I will be able to see how they do. I do not like that. So let's try 22 degrees and 30. And then we'll have a small... So this is our profile to start with. And what we're going to do is set it up so that this area and that area will be our idea. It's going to be interesting because I've never quite made freeform Fangs, so I think it would be interesting to do. So now I'm gonna go right to about there. Ooh. I like how that looks. So that will be the upper. This lower will be a little bit smaller. Okay. I really don't know where I'm gonna go with this, because it's an interesting attempt. I mean, I kind of feel like what I should be doing instead is doing them differently. Let's see. Wolf. I mean, I don't think this is a bad idea. I just think that I should be doing something a little bit different. No, that's not what I wanted. There, we'll tighten that up so that it looks more like a Fang. Apparently I'm dropping a lot of frames. I don't know what's going on with my internet again tonight, but it's pretty sucky. Not really happy with that. Okay, so now back to doing these. Yeah, I don't know what it is about this. I'm just getting low streaming quality. So like my kilobytes keep on dropping down below like 3,000. I have no idea why. So yeah, we're just going to continue with this and give us some kind of idea. Now, I mean, it's an interesting kind of idea, but I gotta do some sort of that was not supposed to be up there anymore. Or all right. So okay. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just having low streaming quality. Hey Pyro, my kilobytes a second are just dropping to about like 3,000, and it means that I'm gonna drop frames. So basically, the idea behind this is like the shark teeth, but with fangs. So let's see what we can do. We know, like, we've got that going. And let's do... Still going over there with Raven covers. I'm so excited to get those started. So I've got that, and I want to, I guess, make more. I mean, maybe I should start with extruding this, and then... So extruding both of these. We're going to extrude them about... So like that's about 2 millimeters. I'm going to do 3 or 4. Probably 3. And that's just a start. You can always turn your sketch back on because I know that at some point it disappears. So Now what we're going to do is probably, yeah, I'm wrong. Let's do that 2 millimeters. 2 millimeter extrusion. We're going to, you think 3.5? So I'm going to start off with 2 for now until I can build the rest, which, like, this I want to work off of this sketch and actually build more into it. So what I'll do is offset. I don't know what I'm doing. Offset, but I'm gonna do -1 millimeter. 2 for now, just until I get this a little bit more shelled out, and then I will figure out what I want to do. But I just did a small offset so that I can take that and extrude it later, which we're gonna try. Probably going to extrude it now just to get us something. Which this one will only be a millimeter, just so we can have some sort of baseline to go off of. And I mean, that's interesting. I'll probably do that more. Hey, what's up? How's it going? And the other thing is that I'll probably soften these up with some fillets. We're gonna try to see what we can do here. We're gonna do a variable radius. So like, I might not be able to. I might have to split these as well. We'll see what I can do with it. But yeah, it's just a start, and let's see. Now a lot of fangs, they have teeth, like not just the fangs. So we're going to create some teeth, and this is going to be the hard part because have you ever made teeth? I haven't, but I'm willing to try. So we're going to go about. Okay. Really. This is the other problem, is that I have not made teeth. So we're going to do a spacing of about probably 5 millimeter, 0.5 millimeters, not 0.05, 0.5. And then I'm going to try and create some teeth. So this will be the interesting part for me, because I cannot say I have ever created teeth. So what I'm going to start with is probably something a little bit, and 5 millimeters looks like it might have been too much. Oh god, looks terrible. Okay, lesson noted. Don't make teeth. Okay. Ooh. I want to not do that. So, dumb. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to change that. Change that angle, change this angle. We're going to do a bit of changing. Ooh, I do not like that angle now. Okay, we're just gonna have to go back on that. Alright, so I want to change this so that it's a little bit flatter, but not too flat. This is probably the most fucked up thing I've tried, because it is not wanting to do what I want it to. Okay. God, that tooth looks so great. I'm gonna just see how this looks. I do not think it'll be great, but okay. I don't know what we'll do with that. I don't even know if I'm going to, because that is just great. Could always do the other form of making teeth, which will be fake teeth. So what we'll actually do is I'm just going to freeform it, and I'm gonna, and they will look like some. So what I'm doing is making some fang covers. Now the fangs come out really nice, but the thing about fangs is that they're usually surrounded by teeth. So it's kind of an interesting thing to try, because well, people need teeth. The fangs are cool, but the teeth not so much. So we're trying to make some form of teeth, and this may be too hard to do. So I guess that's really the question, because I mean, you go with wolves. Looking at images right now, wolves have a lot of canine teeth, and they're a lot of point. You know what? I think you're right. I think that's a good point. So I'm gonna listen to you, and I'm gonna actually just say screw the human teeth, and because I was thinking, say screw the human teeth. Let's get us some wolf teeth, and forget human teeth. F humans. So we're gonna go with a jagged wolf style, and actually I am going to do it the other way. I'm gonna do it with the splines, so we can get a little bit of angles to these. Okay, actually I want to move this just very carefully. Will not move. Okay. Move this in relation to this very carefully. Okay. So I think you are definitely right in doing that, in suggesting that I stop trying to make a human mouth, because I don't think it's going to work. But we know that we can make some interesting teeth if we just try. Make us some wolf teeth. They don't have to be anything special, just I want to make them kind of cool. So that's what we're doing. And no tooth is the same. Bat mouth. Smash mouth? I don't think bat mouth is. Do not like that point. This one's gonna be a little weird. I can fix that though. Not line. Spline. Okay. This one I actually want to adjust. And I'm sorry if you don't like my music choice, but it's kind of Twitch free streaming music. That's about it. It's really just something simple. I don't even know if you can hear it, but you know, I just like it because it's simple. So we're going to change this a little bit, expanding this out. We're going to change this concentric to being not how I want it. There we go. Oh, yeah, let's get some nice fangs. Nice teeth. We're gonna expand this over here a little bit. Nope. So we're increasing this front to give us something to work with. This one has turned out very vile. We're gonna let's take that a couple steps back. Okay. I really like that shape a lot more, so I'm gonna try to replicate it. Ooh. Yeah. I know, messing up all the things. Okay. I don't know what I've messed up so far, but so now let's get this one a little bit better off. Doing too much of this probably in the same sketch. Generally doesn't like to do. Alright, let's step this back a couple. So this is probably the most difficult stretch I've ever made, but I swear it seems like it might be worth it once we get there, because let's see, it will do what it does look like. It's lagging. It's because I'm definitely pushing it a lot harder than, yeah. And not good. Not good at all, my friends. Oh, and to show you, I have made my semi-interesting Merge Master 2 build started. I really don't know why that's still popping up. I made my semi-interesting Merge Masters build started. Okay. So this does not seem like it's going to work. So we're just going to close Fusion 360 because I'm pushing it way too hard. And it's terrible to have to close it, but okay. Now while we're waiting for Fusion 360 to come back up. Right. Yeah, so that's my start. I don't have anything cut other than the deploy. I don't even have it completely cut. It's just kind of started. But the whole premise of it is a bullpup demolisher with a deploy back and then a secondary ammo type. So I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to do that, but I will figure it out soon. Recover documents. It's only a couple minutes ago, so it shouldn't be too bad. Alright, there we go. So it even did that. So that's how that looks so far. I think that looks really cool. So I'm going to keep on designing, which, like I said, the sketch is kind of pushed really to the limit, so I'm going to start a new sketch. Oh, hi, Squiggles. Yeah, so that's, yeah. So let's start a new sketch for this. Oh, actually, it still defaults back to the old sketch. Did not know. Now I do. Okay. So we're going to create more splines. So I'm going to start here. Go here. We're going to flagship this. What's up, Squiggles? What's happening? So now we're going to move this. No. Sometimes you have to remember that you're in. I feel like I put this way too close. Let's move this back. There we go. Now we're getting that front look that I want. We'll do. This needs to be over a little bit. Okay. Now let's see what we can do for this. Actually, want this really tight because I want it to look probably a little bit more. So when I go for fitting, I try to just make it so that every corner touches the corners. So I want it to fit like perfect. And sometimes it's kind of difficult to do. This is not going good. Okay. Slow down. Slow your roll. Okay. So yeah, when I design covers, I try to get them to fit to the edge, because to me, that's how it should be. We're gonna take a step back and actually try and, okay, seems to not like that idea at all. So yeah, I want covers that basically fit as if they were natural. So that's usually my take on it. I believe something is finished. Ooh. All right, we gotta check this out. The most difficult part is getting it off the build plate sometimes. Yeah, there we go. So, by no means is it going to be perfect, but it is pretty damn cool. So, this is our Raven cover that I've been working on, and you won't really be able to see all of it. Well, we had some mood lighting. But that's where we're at with this. So, I mean, this is with the support filament still in it. Haven't touched it at all. We got slight under extrusion. But overall, it looks pretty damn cool. It's got a little bit of a birdie in it. And, oh. This is with the AIO Robotics orange. I do have a recently thrifted Raven. And it is so close. It's probably about a millimeter or two too big. But it is so close. Give you an idea. Like I said, I like mine to sit pretty flush. Let me just take a picture and then I will share it as soon as possible. So, give you an idea. Calendar, camera. Okay, let's get that on Imager. And while we're doing that, I'm going to go create some more fangs. This one's just going to be a pain, isn't it? Okay, that's where I want that. This can go that way. We're going to upload. Yeah. Don't really care. Upload from device. Not from camera. Upload from device. Documents. We're going to take that and we're going to upload. And then I will get it on screen here as soon as I can. And link you the image because, well, I just can't help myself. I like this. Sign in. Apparently I'm not signed in. Oh. Okay. Sorry about this. I am not trying to be slow, but apparently I am. So we're going to direct link that. And then I'm going go visit it myself. So this is the cover I just designed not that long ago for the Raven, and it has a little bit of Raven, and mind you, this picture has a little bit too much exposure, but way too shiny. And it's very close. It has some problems with it, so you know. But we're getting there, so that's cool. Anyways, back to Fangs. Fang. Fanging good time. Alright. I'm sorry for that little small amount of time where I'm got too excited. It's my own fault. That was way too shallow, but it'll work. I really shouldn't have undid that. So anyways, back to trying it again. Looks like a backwards. Looks like a wave. Good? You good? Yeah, waving. So we're going to fix this. This be a little bit tighter that way, this a little tighter that way, and this a little bit tighter that way, this a little bit tighter that way, this a little bit lower. I honestly don't know what wolf's teeth look like, but I'm not here for that. I'm here just to make whatever I feel like. So, I'm sorry if you know that wolf's teeth do not look like this. It's probably because you're actually smart and I'm just kind of doing it. I didn't exactly expect that I would go this way today. I just thought, oh, well, why not try something different? And it does not seem like that one wants to move, but, yeah. So, here we go for the bottom side. And if you actually watch this extrusion, we can change this one, extrude these as well. Hell with it. Extrude this 2 millimeters. That's actually pretty cool. That one looks a little messed up, but you know, life. So now let's just continue on. Oh, finally it decided, oh, you can do another sketch. Huh. No, we don't want that. We want the spline. Spline. Okay. I don't know what happened to our music, but I would very much like some. Okay. Back to this song. So yeah, that's not very good looking right there. So let's do this, 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 apparently I cannot change that one. So we'll just change these. Okay, that looks terrible. There we go. There's some fanginess. Get too much in. And by no means is this going to be perfect. I mean, the idea is that I'm designing this for fun. So if you thought this was going to be perfect, well, you came to the wrong show. Yep. That's right. Wrong show. This one's probably going to be one of my longest streams because of the fact that I'm doing something I'm so not knowing about. This is definitely something more in depth than I'm used to. Ooh, that looks a lot better. Okay. So now, next spline. Gonna start it a little bit farther forward. No. We're gonna start on that. What? Okay, sorry. Be right back. What? sorry for the impromptu leave. For anybody still watching, I'm here. Sorry. Is that something I really expected to have to go to? Anyway, so more fangs. This one we're gonna start out with. I'm really bad at that. Why is that going? Could have been the reason why. Who knows? So anyways, let's get this going. Okay. Like I said, by no means is this going to be perfect. I've never designed teeth before. So, yeah. The one thing is that giving yourself more points allows you more adjustment. So that's one thing I'm going to suggest. This one's going to be rough. This one is just a pain today. Okay. Why is it locked? Why is this acting up? You guys have been pretty quiet, so if you're still watching, that's nice. If there's nobody watching, that's fine. Not a big deal. I did want to kind of just design something interesting. So, we'll just keep talking. Because, yeah, it's part of what I do. That one does not look right by any means. Just this. There we go. Something somewhat resembling. It's an interesting Fang, but you know, it's there. So let's see. I don't know why that's. Oh, I guess probably because you were giants. Really? Yeah. Go back to sketch. Make some more splines. Okay. So now we're gonna go with some mountains. Like this one should be expanded just a little bit. Same for this one actually. So yeah, this one should probably. Now another one. Probably another mountaintop. Take this, put that there, take that, put there. Get a little more shallow. this one we're actually going to move back down because it was a little bit too much. It's a little too far from a little too big as well. All right. Seems I can't get, well, actually, should be able to just edit that feature and that. Okay. So now, to do some interesting stuff would be, I wonder. So I've been doing these positive, right? What if I... Okay, I figured that might be the case. What if I took these... which I guess I could just do -4. No. Did not go as planned because I didn't say cut. Like I said, I've been doing these positive just to see, but did not. Why is that not? That probably has something to do with this. Why is that not showing up? Alright, so I guess the problem with that was the fact that the sketch has kind of gone off of this value. Well, let's edit this sketch. For this sketch, let's do this. I guess I don't know if I just did that right. So let's do that. Is it not? Does not seem to want to work correctly. I believe it's because of Okay, so this is where it gets kind of dumb because it's not working correctly. It was working fine up until this point. Alright. So it was fine up until here. Okay. It's fine up till here. Just looking back at that, those are some pretty messed up teeth. We're gonna edit this a little bit. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Okay. See, like the bottom ones are all nice and the top ones are all terrible. Huh. Okay. So if I were going to cut -4. Okay. So, yeah, there we go with that. I just don't want... Find one. So we did that one. Let's do this one. -4. Get a cut. Now let's do this one. -4. Make a cut. That's cool. Yeah. I think that's it for right now. It's been a longer stream, and you know, there's just so much to do with this design that I don't know where I'm going to take the next step, but that's the start. So I think that's what we'll end with. Have a good night.